how'd you get here?
What's good? I'm kind of in my Sonic Fangame era right now. I really want to try out a bunch of ones that I've heard things about, and I just haven't gotten around to experiencing yet. And today that's going to be Sonic and the Fallen Star. I don't know if I'm going to complete this game. I'll try. If I like it, I like it. But I've heard mixed things, honestly, about this game. It was very much loved, early on, frame one. But over the course of time, I have seen people start to switch up on it and be a little more harsh and say it's kind of overrated, X, Y, and Z, this, that, and the other. And I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But it sure does look pretty. No one can argue against that. This game is fucking gorgeous. And I have played a little bit of it just to test the audio and everything. And you know what? It feels good to play too. Like the level design from what I had played didn't feel as bad as it looked online. Can I erase this data? Yeah, there you go. Bye. Get fucked, man. It did not feel as bad as it looked online. Because, going into what I thought about this game initially, and kind of the reason I downloaded it to see what it was all about, I had seen a lot of gameplay of it, and I saw some, very questionable level design decisions, and I was just, at the end of the day, wondering whether or not it would be as bad as it looked. And so far, it doesn't feel that way, but I've only gotten through the first act of the first zone, so, it could always change, bro. It could always change. So, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But, I've got high expectations. Since this fan game is loved so heavily, it's gotta be tough. But yeah, I do love the animations. I think having the drop dash be kind of this charge up thing in the air instead of just oh look, he's kind of doing it now. You can see the spin ball when you jump be a little bit different. I fuck with the heavy he starts leaning into it, and I don't know. It just it feels better to pull off now. I think because of that. It's a little weird just because, the animation happens so fast. But otherwise, I don't think it's... I don't know. It's not bad. I think it's a better change than it is it's a good change, is what I'm trying to say. But, talking about some of the level design stuff that I saw that I wasn't a fan of, we already passed it in this first area, but, there are occasional places where, you have to jump back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And then if you drop down, sometimes it won't take you to a lower path. It will take you to a place that you're not supposed to be. And, or it'll take you to, a place that's, technically backwards, if that makes sense. So instead of, being taken to a lower path, what just happened right there, I technically went backwards. I didn't get taken to... I keep fucking jumping over that one. It takes me backwards, it doesn't take me to a lower path. It is the TLDR on that. And that is not really ever a good decision for a Sonic game, just because people are gonna be kind of, fucking up all the time, and if you're constantly taking them backwards and making them have to, retread ground, it will feel like a worse game to play, and it'll feel like progress is not being made, and you're being punished for kind of in the case of, new Sonic gamers, silly things, and it's just not ideal. It's not the ideal, but so far, it hasn't been as noticeable as I thought it was going to be. Before, I was having mad issues, I was watching it online, and I guess when you're watching it, it's a little easier to tell, this probably doesn't work in theory, in comparison to, you, I don't know, sitting there and playing it and having a good time and trying it out. It's a little easier to overlook that type of shit because you're actually playing the game now and you can see whether or not it's genuinely as intrusive as you thought it was gonna be when you were checking that shit out online on youtube.com, you know what I'm saying? But first level, not bad at all. What the why his legs do that, bro? Dude, I will say, vibes, they're up right now, bro. I'm up on the vibes right now. It looks great. It feels great. The level design mishaps weren't as intrusive as I thought they were gonna be. So let's hope it continues to be the way it is. I know that, I think the levels later on get a little rut-row. For lack of a better term, they get a little rut-row. So we'll see how that goes. But I do know that this group is making a new game, like Sonic and the Moon Factory or something like that. And one of the changes that they mentioned that people had complained about that they were going to fix in their new game was actually level design. So that's pretty cool. I mean, like, that's kind of sick seeing that they're noticing that. They're noticing that people aren't necessarily a big fan of that, and they're, working to change it. Oh, by the way, we have the super peel out, too. I don't know if they fixed it in this game, or if they just kind of left it the way it was. This is what I'm talking about with the level design, by the way. Like, it's a little unintuitive that you have to go left there. And when you go right and try to, keep moving forward in the stage, it just pushed you back to a lower path. And you had to be like, oh, I guess I was wrong. Alright. And, like, go from there. So, shit like that. I genuinely do hope it doesn't get as crazy. Or, I hope it doesn't get worse, is what I'm trying to say in the future. Because there are always chances. There are always chances that it'll get worse. I also feel like, for some reason, I'm not reacting well to, like, the things that they put in these levels to indicate, like, a higher path. Like, oh, you should have jumped there. But, like, it feels like it's kind of weird to intuit when those things are going to be. I've talked about this from time to time, but, like, you can kind of start to intuit when you have to jump in classic Sonic games based on how many of the games you've played. And that works almost all the time. If the level design is, like, solid, it'll work. Like, that's... I don't know how else to explain it other than, like, if the level design is fucking, then you will be able to intuit how that shit's gonna go. I want that ring, bro. I saw it. Alright, let's go faster. Sorry, hold on. Super peel out. Tough. That took me to a place I didn't want to go. Can I just jump past this thing? Or am I, like, doing this the wrong... Am I going about this the wrong way? Let me go through there. Yeah, thank you. Hello? Alright, no, I'm doing it right. Tough. Let's see what the special stages are like. They could be ass. Who knows? Oh, it's one of these. Okay. Alright, tough. So I collect these and it makes me go faster? Is what I'm getting from that? Very Mania-esque. Mania-adjacent. It's cool. Alright, I like the aesthetic. I like the vibe. He's a little floaty. Not a bad thing, though, because you kind of gotta... Ooh. Alright, we're going pretty fast, too. Alright, you gotta get used to these things. And I think it's fine to have them be a little floaty, so it kind of, like, incentivizes you to kind of get used to this gameplay style. I love the lean, dude. I don't know what it is. I think Sega's finally starting to realize, like, the best special stages are the ones where you're kind of just doing the same shit that you were doing in-game itself. Something that's not super pace-breaking is the big takeaway from there. I'm trying to think of a good example of this. I know a lot of people don't like the Sonic 3 special stages, in part because they are kind of pace-breaking. And I can see it, like, it's a slower thing. I think they're fun, still. Don't get me wrong, but, like, I see the vision, I see what people are talking about. It's kind of like a slower special stage, and compared to the gameplay that you are... Alright, I was like, holy shit, am I gonna run out of time? Am I gonna fail it because I have 5 rings left? Even though the Chaos Emerald's right there. What was I saying, dude? I don't know, I'm tired of shit, but... So, I get it, they're slower, I get that, and compared to the main gameplay, it feels like a pace breaker, because in mid-level, you get taken away, and you're doing this other thing. But... I don't mind kind of a pace breaker mid-level in a classic Sonic game. I don't think it's a big deal. But beyond that, I do think that kind of the faster ones work a little better, just because it's kind of the same brain space. So I get where they're coming from in that capacity, but otherwise, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the Sonic 3 special stage shit talk. Am I going the right way? I don't think so. I think it's this way. No, that's the right way. Okay. Alright, whatever. This is what I'm fucking talking about, man. Having people go to the left in a platformer, it does not make sense. It's especially Sonic, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, cut that shit out. Cut that shit out. Don't make me do that in the next levels, or else you're getting a 2 out of 10 from me. No, I'm fucking around. I'm joking. It's still been fun so far. I can't complain too much. Mess him up? Hello? Are you good, bro? Oh, I see the vision now. I see the vision. Something that a lot of classic Sonic special stages... Oh. Hey. Something that a lot of classic Sonic games, fan games rather, kind of fuck up on, and you know, even a lot of the normal ones too, the actual fan games. A lot of the things they fuck up on is bosses. I don't think that's a particularly uncommon take, but oh, dude, that's kind of tight. I don't know how this game's gonna do. I've heard relatively good things about the bosses, or at least I haven't heard negative things, which that's a win. we'll take that when we can get it. But yeah, genuinely, it's like, dude, I thought he was gonna be okay, whatever. This one's not bad. It's a little focused on waiting, but it's not awful. I get the idea of like having it so you can't just like fuck around and hit the boss whenever you want, like all the time. You know what? This is fine. This is fine. I'm not mad about that at all. Just hit the ground, bro. I know what you're gonna do. Do it. Thank you. I do think Sonic bosses need less hits at the end of the day, man. Like, it's not... I'm already, like, I've seen everything this boss can do. I'm doing fine enough with, like, dealing with it. Just, yeah, you die. Like, you're good, you're done. I don't need you anymore, bro. But no, it's not bad so far. I think the mini-boss itself was fine. I think that boss was alright. Not too much waiting, but also you couldn't fuck him up super easy. So... a little better than the classics, but I also think the faster you can finish a boss in these games, the better. It's just like, I don't want to be stuck here doing this shit. Like, I want to play the game. I want to see the cutscenes and shit. I want to know how the game going, brother. Like, also, the star is so silly looking, bro. Like, he's chilling there, fat ass top. But no way, it was fake Eggman. I don't know anything about this story. I haven't heard anybody talk about it. It's a classic Sonic fan game. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. Like, it's not a big deal. So I'm assuming the stars are powerful and whatever, and we're trying to stop Eggman from getting them. That's the end right there. That's the whole story, probably. Which is okay. I'm not shit talking. I know that I started off this playthrough very like keeping people on their toes because I was like, I fucking hate that game. But you know, I'm having a fine time so far. I'm here, open heart, open mind, open for Sonic, open to see if it's a fun time, open to Blue Shoe Tails, which is apparently a controversial thing. I don't know why. He looks fine. Like, Blue Shoe Tails is chill. I fuck with a little guy. He's all right. What is this? What is happening? What is happening, bro? Do I have to go collect the star pieces now because Eggman fucked it all up? Okay. Deal. Let's do it. So how many zones are in this game? I feel like it's not many. I think it's like 2 or 3, right? It's like not an insanely full-fledged game. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll play this zone and then I'll look it up on my own time. And we'll see if I'm feeling completing this game. I don't know. It fluctuates, man. Sometimes you're into it, sometimes you're not. What the fuck is that thing? I will say, the visual design here, it's really nice. It's very colorful. It's very much its own thing. It is very busy, and you kind of lose yourself in this a lot, and I can't really tell in some cases where I'm gonna fall, where I'm not gonna fall, where shit's happening. Like, it's just difficult to keep an eye on and really like understand what's happening on the stage, especially this one. Like, before it was okay, like you could kind of make it work, but now there's this crazy ass background with shit moving constantly. It just makes kind of like understanding the stage a little more difficult, and getting a read on things a little more difficult. So that's where I'm at on that right now. I know this game was inspired by Sonic after the sequel and Sonic before the sequel, right? I'm pretty sure. And I do see the visual design similarities, not only in kind of like the run animation for Sonic seems pretty similar, but beyond that, like, I'm noticing that things are getting kind of lost in the background the same way. It's been a minute since I played before or after the sequel, so I do gotta run that shit back and see how I feel about it, you know, now. But I think it's probably gonna be about the same, because that game, it just felt bad to play, man. Like, it felt like you weren't playing a Sonic game. It's okay, man. We make these work. We make these work. Just use a super peel out, whatever. I need to start using it more because I know it like gives you better speed or something. I don't... Sure, whatever. I don't know if this is one of the fucked up ones. Hello? Was I just gonna miss that if I didn't go down here? I will say, the level design is not getting better. It still has a lot of those in-between sections where, like, you gotta... You'll be going really fast, and then a spring will just bounce you back, and it's like, no, now you gotta go to the left, and, like, just a very mid way of making the player kind of understand where they're supposed to go in level design. It should be something that's more intuitive than they're making it, rather than like, oh, you got pushed back, okay, I guess I gotta go the other way now, you know? Like, it should feel natural. It should feel like you're following the natural progression of the level, and it kind of just... It bunks up the flow a little bit, if you know what I'm saying. So, like, not ideal. But we move. We keep going. It's not bad so far. Just a few visual and, you know, level design hiccups. We're good. And also, keep in mind, it's a Sonic fan game. So, like, this is incredible quality for a free experience. I love this color. Holy shit. That color is insane, bro. Very nice. Okay. Sorry. I had to get that out of the way. I'm a big fan of, like, the pastel type of colors. And I know this game, it's a little more vibrant than pastel. But, like, when you get these pastel colors in here, bro, it's nice. Oh, it's real nice. But, like I was saying, it's a Sonic fan game. Like, it deserves to have a little more grace than I'm giving it, really. Because, like, it's not... It's fine. It's not that deep, bro. It's just one dude or a couple of dudes sitting in their home, you know, after work being like, let's make a fun fucking Sonic fan game. And you know what? They did a great job. This shit is such a vibe. And, you know, you're not gonna... when you make a Sonic fan game, it's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be like the best possible... level design. It's not going to be the best possible visual design because a lot of these people like aren't in the industry. You know, it's just not fair. It's not fair to criticize them with a severe level of, you know, like, oh, well, Sonic Mania did this better. It's like, yeah, well, Sonic Mania is a Sonic game, you know, made by fans, sure, but there are people that are in the industry now and kind of like know what the fuck they're doing, are capable of, you know, doing a lot of crazy things that, you know, some people aren't. It's unfair. I think the idea that, like, ooh, well, Sonic Mania was made by fans, that, like, I get it, I really do, but also, you have to keep in mind, it's these Sonic fans that were put into the industry, right? And then they learned a fuck ton about how to develop and, you know, how to make a good Sonic game. Yes, through their Sonic fan game endeavors, but beyond that, like, they learned a lot from the industry itself, right? And they kind of moved forward into the industry later on, like, by doing their own thing. And it's a very different vibe than just a random Sonic fan making a game. They were kind of like a 1 in a million scenarios, I guess what I'm trying to get at. I was having a hard time wording that, but, like, not every Sonic fan is going to be able to make... Not every Sonic fan game is going to be of the same quality of what the Mania team can produce with, you know, that time and that budget. Where the fuck do I go? To the left? I guess I'm going left? Or down? Alright, we're going left. We'll see where this takes me. Oh, then up here. Okay. That one was kinda... I mean, I don't... You know... That one was a little rough. That one was a tiny bit rough. I do want to see what the level design looks like later. Oh, fuck. Okay. We're good. We're good. Just keep it going. We're fine. I don't know how many alternate pathways there actually are in this game. I haven't seen that many. I feel like it's all, if you fall, you go down to a pathway that you should not be on. You know? Like, that's where I'm at right now. It definitely feels like there's kind of less to do in each level compared to the average Sonic fan game, which is very interesting. I don't know if it's... Okay, maybe I shouldn't say the average Sonic fan game, more like the average classic Sonic game, period. But, like, is that normal for Sonic fan games? I don't think so. Every Sonic fan game I've played kind of, like, takes it to heart that one of the most fun things about classic Sonic is figuring out, you know, these interesting, intricate, different pathways, and then being able to kind of experience something new and unique every single time. Bro, are we good here? What's happening? Can I? So you wanted me to go this way? What the fuck is happening, bro? Okay, we're gonna let's run at it as fast as we can. Let's do a little super. Okay, let's go down. That's totally fine too. It's okay. I'm fine with that. Come on, make it. There we go. Tough. All right, sure. I don't know what the fuck was up with that other one. Maybe I wasn't going fast enough. Maybe I genuinely I don't know. But it's all right. Doesn't matter. We don't care. We don't care. But yeah, I'm also not in love with these giant hoops. Like, they're fine every once in a while, but I don't know. Maybe I'm being a hater. Maybe I'm just being too hateful on this shit, but like, it's, there's just a lot of stuff right now happening in the level that I'm not in love with. I will say, visual design for this act is way better than it was for the other act, just because the background, you don't actually have so much shit going on. I do like the idea of a racetrack, though. Like, it's a neat idea. I think they were fucking cooking when they were making this game in a lot of ways, but there's also just, this is a little bit going on. What do I do here? Did I just hit him? How? What just happened, bro? Alright, whatever. Can I jump on that? No. Can I jump on that other one? Maybe? Yeah, I could. Awesome. There's a spring on that one. I could definitely tell that. Okay, tough. What is... Okay. Do this. Okay, can't jump on that. Should be fine. This boss is not ideal. So far. Just because, like, it's a little hard to tell what hurts you and what doesn't. But that's okay. Let's see. Can you go forward now so I can hit him? Thank you. I don't... This is so fucking... It's not a bad boss right now. It's... The flow of it's okay. I guess it depends on how many hits it takes at the end of the day. Because if it takes a lot of hits, I'm not gonna be in love. Bro, just move forward. I shouldn't have to be fighting with the camera. Thank you. Okay. Are we good now? Are we done? No, there's a whole phase 2. Maybe, dude, I feel like I'm hating too much. Because, again, at the end of the day, it's a Sonic fan game. Like, it's fine. I shouldn't be as much of an asshole as I'm being, I guess. But, like, also, I don't know. The only way people can get better is if you complain about things that, you know, are bothering you in a game. And I think that's a completely valid way of going about it. What the fuck is happening, dude? Just die already, bro. This has got to be the last one. This has got to be the last one, right? Okay. So, do I have to... Okay, well, you know what? That works. I'm just not gonna ask questions. I'm gonna... Yeah, we're done. Perfect. That boss wasn't that bad. I was being a dickhead for nothing. There were some visual cues here and there that didn't make a whole lot of sense, but I think overall it worked, and it was fun. I had a good time. It didn't feel as much like a waiting game as some of the other things that I've played in other Sonic games. Alright, I don't know how many acts there are. I'm gonna call it here for right now. We'll see how this shit goes. And, you know, like, if I want to keep playing it, if it's not that much longer, then I'll probably just say, yeah, fuck it, you know, say it, we'll finish it. But I was bored this morning, and I wanted to, you know, try a Sonic fan game. So I'm here, trying a Sonic fan game. If you have any other fan games that are of solid quality, and you want me to tear into them because I'm an absolute asshole, then, dude, tell me. I'll definitely try them out. I'm a huge fan of the 3D Sonic fan games. So, just let me know. They don't have to be 2D, bro. I know 2D fan games cook all the time, and a lot of 3D Sonic fan games are like... I don't know, what's the best way of saying it? Like tech demos, pretty much, but we'll make it work. Anyways, next time I'll do discount diss tracks. So we'll do stuff later. We'll make this work. All right, I'll catch you later. Bye.